This is your family farm?
Yes.
And how do you like being a farmer?
I love being a farmer. I love being a farmer. There's a lot of challenges to being a farmer.
Can you tell us like one thing you have to work on all the time?
Well, one of the biggest challenges that you can't control is Mother Nature. So there's a saying in farming that is, you can do everything right and Mother Nature still has something to say about that. One of the issues being is that in the spring, with the apple trees, if it gets cold in the early season, it can kill all the fruit, so you don't have any fruit for the fall.
If it gets that cold, is there anything you can do to stop it?
We have a fan that you can set up to keep the air circulating, to keep the frost from settling. The problem is you would have to put out hundreds of fans. So we just allow Mother Nature to take whatever she's going to do, and then we just react and do the best that we can. So right now, it's a very dry season. So some of the apples aren't really big because of the drought, because it hasn't rained in several weeks here.
Will some of these apples from these trees end up in grocery stores in New York City?
No. Our crop here, 95% of it is apple picking, you pick, and the other 5% we sell in our farm stand, and it's also made into our own apple cider.
So okay. And how do you start a new apple tree?
So we buy an apple tree that's probably a year old, and it's a branch with no leaves. We plant it, and it takes about 8 to 10 years for an apple tree to start making fruit. So these trees around us are probably 25 to 30 years old. And an apple tree will live probably 60 or 70 years if you take care of it.
Thank you
My pleasure.
So much.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming and experiencing Dr. Davies' farm here. We've been here since 1895.
Wow.
I'm a fourth generation farmer, and my kids that help out seasonally would be considered fifth generation farmers.
Wow.
Which is very rare in New York State.
That is. When you were a little kid, did you play around the trees?
Yes. And I also started work at a very young age. My father had us working at probably 12 years old.
Wow.
So we were driving tractors. I have an older brother and a younger sister. He and I were driving tractors at 12, 13 years old.
Wow.
And when you're in a farm family, everybody has to work when it comes to harvest time.
Okay. That's wonderful.
Yes, so thank you very
so much.
Thank you for coming. I'm glad that you guys could make it. It's beautiful back here now.
It's wonderful today.
Thank you very much.